The frontman is one of Squid Game's most iconic characters, and in Season 2, he takes a more direct role in the games by participating himself. But why? Today on ScreenRant, we discuss this shocking turn.
성기훈 씨가 죽을 확률은 2분의 1. 꽤 높은 확률이긴 합니다.
Perhaps one of the most important moments of Squid Game Season 2 is the moment when the recruiter challenges Gi-hun to a game of Russian roulette. In fact, most of his actions in the first episode directly correlate to what happens later on in the season. The bread or lottery game he plays with the homeless in the park foreshadows players choosing to continue with the game, while the Russian roulette scene foreshadows the frontman's intentions. When the recruiter challenges Gi-hun to Russian roulette, he's in effect placing his own life on the line to prove a point. This correlates to the frontman putting his own life in potential jeopardy by rejoining the game as the new #1. It's also for the same purpose, to manipulate and prove a point to Gi-hun, who has challenged the philosophy of the game.
MG 코인, 너 약 빨았어? 눈에 뵈는 게 없냐?
Much like the recruiter, the frontman is willing to put his own life on the line to prove his extreme opinions to Gi-hun's, how he views those in debt or other precarious social situations as fundamentally below him. He's willing to screw with Gi-hun no matter what the cost. In fact, most of his actions are specifically to mess with our protagonist. The decision to allow the players to vote after each game as to whether they can leave, and allowing the money to be split evenly between them is one such example. The frontman knows that human greed will win out even if he does have to tip the scales a bit the first time through. In an interview, actor Lee Byung-hun has also come out and said essentially this. It's almost as if they're betting against each other. The frontman is asking questions like, do you really think you're going to be able to end the game? Do you really think there's hope in people? Do you think the world's going to change? Meanwhile, show creator Hwang Dong-hyuk has stated that Season 3 will see an increase in the psychological games between the frontman and Gi-hun, with Hwang stating that Season 3 will be the second chapter of Gi-hun and frontman's showdown. It's also worth noting that this isn't the frontman's first time in the games. As was revealed in Season 1, he previously won the game in order to afford medical care for his wife. Her death is seemingly what inspired him to take his position as frontman. Of course, there could be even more behind the frontman taking part in the game. We'll see when Squid Game Season 3 premieres later in 2025. Leave a comment with what you thought about Season 2, and thank you for watching ScreenRant.